Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. So I was going through YouTube and I came across a new video from Lone Fox, and it's the grand reveal of his newly renovated living room. If you guys don't know Drew from Lone Fox, he just recently purchased a beautiful Spanish revival home here in LA, and he's been kind of documenting the process of renovating the home. It's been so much fun to look at him go room by room and really remodel everything, restore the original character of the home, but at the same time giving it his own touch and his own style. I believe the first room that he remodeled was his kitchen, and that transformation was incredible, so I highly recommend going and checking it out if you haven't yet. But today specifically we're gonna be talking about his living room, and I'm super excited to check it out, walk through the space with you guys, give you my overall thoughts and just my opinion on this new renovation. Before we start, I do want to point out that I'm leaving Drew's channel Lone Fox tagged in the description down below, so you guys can go check it out, see the original video, see the video of this new transformation. He documents every single thing, so it's so cool to be able to look at everything in the process of renovating his home. So definitely go and check it out. So if you see me looking down right here, it's because I have my computer set up right here and I'm taking a look at the pictures and the video of the renovation. So that's why I might be looking down. But I want to start really quickly with a before picture. You can see that the walls had this like yellowish, like kind of like old yellow color all around the walls. It wasn't too bright. It really made the house look dated. The floors hadn't been refinished yet, and you can see something that's really cool that he did in this space is all the windows. So the original windows, it's not original to the house, I don't believe, at least not the double doors. But you can see that the windows are fully painted white on the trim, and then the interior of the window, the metal part, is actually white. And I know that he had to strip down all that stain and all that paint and sand it down and restain it, and he turned it into this beautiful dark wood color that I'll show you in just a little bit when we actually take a look at the renovation. But again, this is the before. You can see this fireplace mantle. He mentions in his video that it was an addition and it wasn't original to the house, and you can definitely tell it doesn't fit in with the space at all or with the look of the house. And I'm excited to check out the transformation, so let's get right into it. Okay, so quite a difference. First thing that I noticed is he painted all of the walls. I believe it's all white. It's this beautiful kind of like off-white, kind of eggshell bony color. At least that's how it pictures on camera. And it's so beautiful. It creates this incredible contrast between the hardwood floors and the ceiling. He restained the floors of the living room this rich dark brown color, and that goes perfectly with the ceiling. The living room has this beautiful vaulted wooden ceiling with the beams, and it's incredible. And again, that white wall creates that beautiful contrast. It just catches way more light than that yellow color that we had before. Another thing that I immediately have to point out, of course, are the built-in bookshelves that he created. So he took some Billy bookcases from IKEA, and I believe he took 4, and you can see he repainted them to match the color of the walls. He filled in all the holes. He added some trim. He made the trims of the bookshelf thicker to really give it that built-in kind of look. Super elevated. The way that he put the shelves is perfect because you can have that big shelf for displaying open books or art, and then he did this like DIY wall sconces, which I believe he like wired himself from the back, and he plugged it into like a smart plug, which he then can turn on and off with a smart switch. And it's in this beautiful brass. Again, I think it's like a perfect contrast with that white bookcase. And then you can see on the top of the bookshelf, this was very controversial. I saw so many people on Instagram that did not like this, but it's these little rosettes, kind of like a rosette trim that he put at the very top of the bookshelf, and he spaced it out evenly, like with the actual rosette, he spaced them out, so it kind of gives it kind of like this castle-like appearance to the top. It's very interesting. It's very different. I do think that keeping it simple and without the rosette at the top wouldn't have fit in with the style of the house. Again, it's a Spanish home, and keeping it that more modern sleek look at the top maybe wouldn't have fit in. So I like that he added interest. I don't know if the rosettes would have been my first thought or choice, but I think it's super interesting. I think it really works. and it definitely looks beautiful and it gives it that really custom look. Of course, I want to talk about the doors that go out. I think it's like a little, I don't know if it's a balcony or what he has out there, but he has this like double doors. He got these vintage or antique, I'm not sure, window panelings, and it goes so beautiful as doors. He put this brass hardware on it and stained it to match the windows. Again, you can see here in the windows how he had to strip down all that white paint and sand it down, and he stained it this beautiful dark color to match the ceiling and the floor. And then he painted the interiors of the windows black, and that gives it such a more elevated look, or more classic look. And then he added this little trim in the middle. I can't think of the word right now, I'll pop it right here. And it just gives it such an elevated look, and everything goes so beautifully together. Then I have to point out this beautiful chandelier that he got, this antique chandelier that hangs from the center of the room. It matches perfectly these wall sconces that he put. These wall sconces are very interesting. They're not particularly my style. So it's this huge iron wall sconces. I'm not sure if he mentioned that they came from a castle, but they're super interesting, they're super unique. They're definitely better in my opinion than the ones that were already in this room. It's a much more elevated look, but it is beautiful and it goes so perfectly with this beautiful chandelier. The chandelier is like the perfect size. It hangs beautifully from the center of the room, and it contrasts so well with the wooden ceilings. I want to move on to furniture. He has this couch right in the middle. I'm not sure where it's from. I'll pop it right here, but it's so beautiful. It's like this dark grayish brown leather couch, I believe. You can see that the cushion is all one, so there's no division in the middle, and it just looks so comfortable. It looks so luxe, and it's beautiful. I love it. And he matched it with some beautiful throw pillows. Again, he really is mixing so many textures and materials in the room that gives it such an elevated and curated look. Then he has this beautiful coffee table in the center. It's huge. It's very rustic. I believe it's from Olive Atelier. He did mention that it was a kitchen island, I believe. And then he cut down the legs a little bit to give it that coffee table height. And it's so incredible. It brings such beautiful warmth to the room and gives it that vintagey look. He styled the coffee table beautifully with this kind of copper vase and some iron candles that tie in perfectly with the sconces and the chandelier, and some coffee table books, of course. You can see on those little side tables that he has on the other side of the couch, he has this DIY lamp that he did, I believe, last year. And then this marble tray right there. It's so beautiful. Right here on the opposite wall of the built-in bookshelves, he has this beautiful kind of credenza console table with a million drawers. He styled it beautifully. This vintage vase that he has on the side with the tall branches, I think ties in with the room incredibly well. He found this super interesting mirror. It's very like whimsical, and it gives more of an organic shape into the room. I think that everything is styled perfectly and everything goes hand in hand together. On that same wall, he has a built-in shelf into the wall. I'm not sure if he stained those shelves again to match the windows and the floor and the ceiling. I believe he did, but it matches perfectly. He styled it beautifully. Right there in that same corner, he has this beautiful vintage IKEA chair. It's from Olive Atelier. Of course, I showed it in my Olive Atelier video, you guys. It's so beautiful, and it brings it a new material into the room, this like woven rattan. It's so cool. And right next to it, he has these two candle holders that again kind of tie into the like whimsical mirror that he has, because it's a very organic shape. It has all these curves, and it kind of breaks up the harsh lines that the room might have. This little heart side table, little stool. The fireplace, how he did it, how he removed the fireplace mantle that was put in by a previous owner, and then he matched the texture to match the texture on the walls, and it's so perfect. He put a simple vase in the middle. I love it. I just love it. I have to point out these beautiful accent chairs, these wooden accent chairs that are right there in the back. He reupholstered them and they look so beautiful. That orange matches perfectly with the orange that we can get from the carpet. This carpet is stunning. And then he has this little wooden bench. So again, it's just such a huge mix of materials and tones and textures. You have wood, you have cane, you have rattan, you have so many fabrics, leathers, all the throw pillows, all the woods, the throw blankets. There's just so much to look at, but at the same time, it's not overwhelming at all. It's done to perfection. And knowing Drew, I know that spaces like this, he will be redoing over time. He's always switching things up, so I can't wait to see how this place evolves with time. Just overall, such a beautiful space. I really wanted to talk about it, share it with you guys, walk you through it, point out all the little elements, all the details. There's so much to look out here, and it's so beautiful. I can't wait to look at more spaces. Let me know if you guys like this kind of video, and I'll be checking out his other spaces as he continues to renovate his home. I'm so invested in this journey. I'm so invested in this renovation, and I can't wait to see what room he does next. Again, I just love it. I love this space. I love Drew's designs, and his interiors are always just so beautiful to look at and so interesting. They're very unique. I've been following Drew for so many years, and his style has changed so much, and to see it evolve and to see how he adapts to every new space that he has to work with, it's so incredible. Yeah, that's pretty much it with this space. That's all I have to say. I'm sure there's a lot more to look at, a lot more to discuss, so definitely let me know down in the comments if this is something that you like, this kind of video, if you want me to review more of his spaces as he comes out with more of them. That's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment down below of what you think of this space. I think it's really beautiful, but let me know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button if you haven't yet, to be notified every time that I post a new video. Again, such a beautiful space, and I can't wait to see what he does with the rest of his home. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.